Hi, welcome to ShowMeTheCurry.com. I'm Anuja.
And I'm Hital, and today we're still on our Thai cuisine kick, and we're going to show you how to make spicy Thai basil. So let's get started.
So we have a tablespoon of oil heating up on high heat in basically a wok-like thing you want to use. So it's just somewhere where you can mix things around and it's enough room, right?
Absolutely. That's
very important. So to that, once it's hot, we're going to add cubed tofu. So this is about a block.
And we're going to stir fry this tofu until it gets lightly brown on all the sides.
Now we have used firm tofu over here. Now anytime that you're doing stir fries, you want to make sure you use the extra firm tofu. So very important.
And we'll leave this alone for a little while, but we're going to keep an eye on it. And in the meantime, we're going to show you how to make the sauce.
So we're going to start off with the sauce for the dish, and we are using a thing called seasoning sauce, and it comes in a lot of different brands. So we've used this Golden Mountain seasoning sauce. You can find it at your local grocery store, your local Oriental grocery store.
And even like Central Market and some of the bigger chains also carry it.
And this is Maggi seasoning sauce, and this is also available. Now this is a little more readily available at Walmarts and Kroger's and other grocery store and Oriental store and Central Market. So you can use any one of those. So we've got a pan over here, and we're going to put 3/4 of a cup. Now this may seem like a lot, and it does look like a lot, but if you notice, we have all these vegetables, and all it's going to do is form a little bit of sauce, and that's about it. Nothing else really goes in. This is your major flavoring. To that, we're going to add 1/2 cup of water.
And I'm going to go ahead and switch the stove on to a medium.
Now the next thing that goes in here is your palm sugar. We have mentioned it in a lot of other Thai videos of ours. It looks like this. It comes in a jar or in a bottle with little discs, and all we did was take it out and we grated it. This is what's left of that, and now we're going to add it in. It's just easier to work and deal with when it's grated. So we're adding palm sugar. Now this is really to your taste, but this sauce is a little on the sweeter side, so just keep that in mind.
And in the meantime, our tofu is looking wonderful. It's got a nice light golden coating over it, and we're going to pull it out into a bowl. And in the same pan, we're going to add 1 additional tablespoon of oil and allow it to heat up.
Okay, so just to recap, it's got 3/4 of a cup of seasoning sauce, 1/2 cup of water, and 1/2 cup of palm sugar. So it's like packed in well. Now, as long as you keep your proportion the same, it doesn't matter how much vegetables you have. And we are allowing it to simmer. And to this, we're going to add some Thai basil. Now, the main flavoring in this dish is the Thai basil. So we've just washed it, and we're just going to add it in with the stalks. We're just going to let it simmer and infuse with the sauce and flavor the sauce for about 5-10 minutes, basically till the veggies get done.
Right. And so our oil is already hot in our pan, and we're going to start stir frying the veggies. And I have my stove on a high, so you want to do a quick stir fry. We're going to add in onions first. About 1/2 an onion. And we're using the sweet onion variety. It doesn't have a lot of the sharpness that a lot of the red onions have. And we'll give the onions a head start and get it a little caramelized before we add the rest.
So the onions have got a little bit of color, perfect. Now we're going to add in pretty much everything else. 1 large sliced green bell pepper, 1/2 of a red bell pepper sliced, a good handful of snow peas. They are wonderful, love them. 1/2 of a carrot thinly sliced, cup of bamboo shoots. You get them in a can, and about a can of baby corn. We've just cut it so that it's easier to bite. And actually this looks fantastic. We've been stirring it every once in a while, and we're gonna just turn it off. It looks really good.
And we're gonna stir fry these veggies. Again, we don't want them to become limp. They should still hold their crunch, but again, we don't want them completely raw. So just a few minutes.
The veggies are almost done. It's been about 3 minutes and they look perfect. So we're going to now add in, got about half a can of straw mushrooms, and we're going to put them in pretty much towards the end. We save them. And the tofu that we had fried goes in now.
And we'll give it a quick toss, and then we're going to pour our sauce in. And we're going to let the veggies cook in this yummy sauce for another minute or two.
So now if that basil, that bunch of basil is an eyesore, all you could have to do is just pull it out. I think it's given whatever it could.
Sacrificed.
Sacrificed, yes. And we're going to just replace it with some fresh basil.
Now this is a good time if you want to make this dish a little spicy. We can go ahead and add in some crushed red chilies.
I want to add some more basil.
Okay.
Love that flavor. So here is some crushed red chili. You can of course take your dried chili that you buy and just crush it yourself. It's got a great flavor.
And really it needs to just cook in here for a couple of minutes and let all the flavors come together. And it's done. That was such a simple recipe, right?
So now how would you make this into a non-vegetarian dish? You would have to first add in the meat, the shrimp or the chicken or the pork, whatever, or the beef initially, and then saute it like right after the onions, and then carry on cooking that. And once that's done, or 3/4 of the way done, then you add in the rest of your vegetables and you take it along the same way, same path, pretty much the same thing, and it's so delicious. So either way, actually, it's fantastic. The flavor of the basil is...
It's everywhere. You know, that sauce is basil, so you don't miss it anywhere. Every bite. It's beautiful.
Yeah. And such a simple dish. I really have to say, very, very simple. And there's a restaurant over here that, you know, every time we go to, we order this dish. So that's where we got the inspiration to go and just try and make it ourselves and get the same. And this is very, very, very good. It's pretty much the same thing. The whole house is smelling of basil.
Basil. It's so delicious.
Fabulous.
And you would eat this with some jasmine rice. You know, a lot of times our basmati rice and all that, it has got a different texture than jasmine. It's a little more sticky.
Yes.
So when you cook jasmine rice, usually you don't do 1-to-2 ratio like we usually do rice to water. You use a little less water. So maybe about a cup of rice to a cup and a half of water.
Yeah.
And that makes it a little bit firmer and stick together. And it goes perfect with this kind of dish.
And that's actually a perfect rice to make in a rice cooker. It's one of those no-brainer rice recipes.
So enjoy your spicy Thai basil and join us again on another episode of ShowMeTheCurry.com.
Okay, adding a pinch of spice to your life.
This is really spicy, so yes.